If you felt stuck trying to lose weight, you're not alone. Enter Weight Loss by Hers. It's designed to support you in reaching your goals. And Hers now offers access to an affordable range of FDA-approved GLP-1 medications, including the Wegovy pill and the Wegovy pen. With Wegovy at Hers, lose up to 20% or more of your body weight when combined with diet and exercise. It helps you regulate your appetite, eat less, and keep weight off. Plus, Wegovy is the first GLP-1 available in a pill, so there are no needles needed. Everything is 100% online through Hers. You'll connect with a licensed provider who will determine if treatment is right for you. If prescribed, your medication is delivered right to your door. No insurance necessary. And it doesn't stop there. Weight Loss by Hers goes beyond medication by offering access to 24/7 messaging with your care team and tons of in-app lifestyle and nutrition tips like recipes, meal plans, fitness videos, sleep content, and more. Even better, with a range of affordable GLP-1 options, Hers makes it simple to find an approach that fits your needs and your budget if eligible. You'll get a treatment plan personalized to you and unlimited dosage changes as needed. It's weight loss designed to work with your life. Ready to reach your goals? Visit forhers.com/women to get personalized, affordable care that gets you. That's forhers.com/women. forhers.com/women. Weight Loss by Hers is not available in all 50 states. Wegovy is the registered trademark of Novo Nordisk A/S. To get started and learn more, including important safety information, Wegovy clinical study information, and restrictions, visit forhers.com.
Most people don't realize how much their personal information is being bought and sold every day. Data brokers are making billions, pulling details about you from public records and the internet, and then packaging and selling it, usually without your consent. That's how your information lands in the hands of scammers, spammers, even stalkers. It's why you get endless robocalls and why ads seem to follow you everywhere. That's where Aura comes in. Aura actively removes your data from broker sites and keeps it off. They also instantly alert you if your information shows up in a breach or on the dark web. But Aura goes beyond data protection. With one app, you get a VPN, antivirus, password manager, spam call protection, dark web monitoring, and even up to $5 million in identity theft insurance, all backed by 24/7 US-based fraud support. Other companies might sell just credit monitoring or just a VPN. Aura gives you all of it, together, at the same price competitors charge for just one service. Start your free trial today at aura.com/remove. Protect yourself now at aura.com/remove.
Welcome to Uncluttered and Unfiltered, the podcast urging you to let it go and don't look back. With nationally acclaimed professional organizer Christine Stone and self-proclaimed hot damn mess radio and TV personality Eden Kendall.
Welcome to Uncluttered and Unfiltered. And I don't know if we get or give ourselves enough credit, but we are a couple of Gen X on the border of boomers trying to do a podcast using technology. And it takes us way too long to get it figured out before. I mean, literally every time.
Every time. Every single time.
I mean, it's really bananas, but we figured it out finally. This time it was on my end. Sometimes it's on yours. Mostly it's on mine.
Exactly.
But we don't ever know. Okay, so anyway, welcome. We're going to talk about doing resets and what does that mean to reset yourself? Well, we'll talk about what that means, but our new way of doing things in this 4th season of this podcast is that we start out with what is on our radars, whether that's something current event related or TV shows or books or movies or just products we like. So
Yes.
would you like to start?
Okay, I will start. So what's on my radar, and I don't know if you've seen this, but it is Crash on the Crash on Netflix.
Okay, I think it's the 2nd season of that, right?
No, it's a documentary.
Oh, then no.
Oh my God, really?
What is it? What is it?
Okay, so I'm going to give a quick synopsis just so you know. Okay.
Okay.
It's on Netflix. It just came out last Friday.
Okay.
And it's about it's a kind of a true crime doc, but it, it's so bizarre. It's not really even true crime. So there were 3 teenagers. They one was they were boyfriend and girlfriend. The other
Okay.
one was just a friend. They were in a car coming home at 30 in the morning and crashed. She was driving and crashed into a building, okay, going 100 miles an hour, never braked, never tried to swerve or avoid anything. So the documentary goes into at first, everyone thought it was just this horrible, horrific accident, but it wasn't. It was
Oh.
intentional. And I'll fast forward to, you know, they did all this kind of investigation. They had the car people who can tell you exactly because there's a black box in all the cars. So the black box of the car could tell exactly, like, even 2 weeks before she had scouted the place. Um, it's just so, so, so sad. Now, the real worst part of this is her and her parents because they are the parents that were the friends where she could do no wrong. She was totally spoiled. And so it really gave me hope because after, you know how you go down the rabbit hole, the 20 somethings were the ones saying, "What kind of parents are these?" And
Mm.
this is a no-brainer when you see the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. And I don't wanna give it all away to everybody, but when I tell you this was so good, I mean, it's captivating. And of course, there's also on the ID channel a Mean Girls episode about it, which they don't touch on in the Netflix documentary, meaning she was not a well-liked person. She was a mean girl. She did a lot of drugs. She promoted a lot of drugs on her TikTok. They found drugs in the car. They found marijuana in her system. There were mushrooms in the car. She was not a good, well-liked person, and they say he was breaking up with her. And he had tried
Oh.
many times to break up with her, and they would always get back together. It was one of those break up, get back together, break up, get back together. It was a very, very toxic relationship, and she lived with him, and he was 3 years older than her, so she met him when she was 13 or 14 years old and was living with him when she was, like, 16 and 17
Okay,
years
so
old.
where are the parents is a very valid question in that one.
Uh, they didn't care. They were like, "She's old enough to make her own decisions."
This is
Yeah,
terrible.
it's really bad. They didn't care that she did smoked pot. They didn't care about anything. When she got in trouble at school, they were like, "It's somebody else's fault. It's not her fault." So their take is that this was just a horrible accident, but because of all the investigation, it wasn't an accident. It was intentional.
So murder-suicide.
Murder suicide. Now, she's in jail, so I'll just leave it at that. So
Oh, I
we
she lived. Okay.
Oh, she lived, the other 2 died. The guy in the back seat and her boyfriend both died in the crash. And so they have their parents on. They have this crazy friend of hers who everybody is unfollowing on TikTok because she's like, she was defending her by saying she's a vegan and she wouldn't even eat chicken McNuggets, so I can't imagine her doing this, and they're like, "What does one thing have to do with the other?"
No, nothing.
Right, so anyway, I've been down the rabbit hole, watched 2 other things about it, so you have to watch this because it just goes to show you when parents are friends and they're not
Mhm.
parents, what ends up happening when the kids start to get older. And I used to have this debate, and I don't know if you did all the time. My kids would always say, "Mom, she lets him do that because she's not like a parent, she's like a friend. Why can't you be my friend?"
Well, that's from Mean Girls. I'm not like ordinary moms, regular moms. I'm a cool mom.
Yeah,
Well, the
yeah.
cool moms don't, always it's tough. It's
Right.
tough.
It's tough when you're going through the teenage years
Yeah.
to be very stern and strict,
Mhm.
but that's what you raise when you are, because
Mhm.
I feel like when you try to be friends with your kids and you share alcohol with them and you like, I remember my daughter being 17 or 8, I don't remember, 18 maybe. And of course, the drinking age was 18 when I was in high school. So I kind of feel bad about it, but she'd be like, I'm 18. And I'm like, I don't care. The drinking age is 21, not 18. And of course, it was always like, you're so mean, you don't understand. But now, you know, they're great kids. So I just think that trying to be friends with your teenage kids is a recipe for a disaster like this. So anyway, you have to watch it. You will absolutely be mortified by her attitude, the one who killed both the kids, by her parents, and by her friends. It just it's just like they're tone deaf to
Like,
what
she
they
sounds
really
like a
did.
sociopath.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. I mean, they're saying because she has no remorse whatsoever. Her
Wow.
thing is, "I don't remember anything. It was an accident." That's it. "I don't remember anything. It was an accident." But when you have
Mhm.
all the evidence that all these people have, and when you're not braking at all, like at all for miles, and she didn't think about all the cameras on the top of all these different buildings that she was driving by. They had so much video footage of her going 100 miles an hour. I mean, it's probably one of the most horrible things I've ever watched in time because that's
That's Is this a new documentary? Because I've
just
never
came
even
out
heard of it.
last Friday.
Ah, no
Yeah.
wonder you've got it and
Oh,
it's on your
yeah.
radar.
Yep, you know me. I'm
Well, I
all
do,
about
I
it.
do, I do.
So what do you have? What's on
Okay,
your
so
radar?
creatine, because we haven't talked about
Oh, yeah.
creatine yet.
Yeah.
And I've been taking creatine for over a year, maybe even longer than that. And I want to make one thing clear. Whenever we talk about anything, whether it's a supplement or a vitamin or any kind of thing like that, we're not physicians. I'm not even going to quote you what I've read. Anyone you ask about creatine will say, well, it's the most researched supplement, blah, blah, blah. I'm not telling you it's good. I'm not telling you it's
Right,
bad. It's
right.
on my radar. That's
Radar.
it. But I will tell you my experience with it, since that will at least give you a little bit of a base of knowledge. So the reason I started taking it is I was reading for gaining muscle, which is something I do a lot of working out. And as you get older, it's very difficult to build muscle mass. And this fills your muscles with water and it's good. But there are all these other things for women our age and other physicians that are saying, okay, you should be considering creatine. So I'm
Right.
just going to say that, but you've got to do your own research and you should always, always talk to your own physician. Now,
Yes.
there's the disclaimer. So when I first started taking it, I went and had my blood work done, and my creatinine levels in my kidneys were so sky high that my doctor said, I need you to go off of it for 3
That
weeks.
happened to someone else I know.
And then let's retest it and make sure that they drop immediately back down. And then once that's happened, you can go back on it with a lower dose and make sure you're really drinking a ton of water. So that's what we did. And they went right back down. So I will say that. But I noticed when I went off of it that it definitely affected muscle tone. So I'm just saying it's on my radar now. If you are a woman in mid age and you are working out and doing these things, I would research. I'm not saying I would research creatine and see if it's something that you and your doctor or you would be interested in. Maybe you don't want it. My husband says I'm juicing. He's like, you're juicing. I'm like, it's not juicing.
Okay, you wanna know what happened to me on it?
Okay.
I took it, when I was up visiting my daughter, and it was like these single individual packets.
Okay.
So, I started it, like, 2 days before I left, and then I brought the, like, little individual ones you just put in your drink. Well, all of a sudden, I started getting the worst cystic acne all over my right here, and I didn't even think. I didn't even correlate the 2
Mm-hmm.
at all. So, I keep doing it because I don't think
Yeah. What
it
do you,
has
yeah.
anything. So, I get through the weekend, it's getting worse, and it's getting worse, and I'm like, "What have I done that is causing this?" First of all, I'm postmenopause, so this should not be happening, but second of all, I can't remember anything I ate or anything. And then it dawned on me right then and there, oh my God, I've been taking this creatine. So I go online, I go to ChatGPT or something. Can creatine cause cystic acne? And bam, creatine can cause cystic in some people, not everybody.
Right,
I
not
mean,
everyone.
just,
I didn't.
yeah. But I'm like, okay, let me see if this is true. So I quit taking it and automatically everything now, it stayed around for a little bit because it was so bad, but automatically so what did I do? I decided to try it again. So this time I was at home and I decided to try it again. So I put it in my drink and I do it and I'm like, okay, so far so good. The next morning I wake up with the biggest cystic acne on my chin again and I go, that's it. I'm
That's it.
done.
Yeah, I'm
So
done with
then
you.
and then on
Creatine, you're dead to me.
yeah, you're dead to me. So then, TikTok, uh
Told you to go back on it?
no, she is a, facialist in New York City. She
Okay.
does a whole entire post on how don't take creatine if you are acne prone in any way because and she gives the whole explanation. I'm like, "Oh my god, it's true."
It
So,
also oh,
yeah.
so don't you love when you get that kind of validation, though? You're like, "I knew it. I knew
I
it,"
loved it. I was like, "Thank you,
for
thank you."
validating me.
So,
So
yeah.
okay. So and it also makes your belly bloat. So there's a lot of
Oh,
things
really?
about it that are not ideal,
I know someone that
but
thought
I
they
like
had a
it.
kidney problem, and
Yeah.
then they didn't correlate that either,
Yeah.
and then when they went to the doctor, he was like, "Well, what are you doing?" And the very last thing he said was creatine. He's like, "Stop taking it," and then
Yeah.
his levels like you, it went back down to normal, whatever.
Uh-huh.
My husband takes it. I don't he doesn't ever that's what makes me so
Oh!
mad. It makes me so mad. He can eat anything and not get a stomach ache. He can take anything and not have any reactions. He can wash his face with gasoline and it wouldn't do anything. I take one thing or do one thing or forget my, you know, soap that I use every day to wash my face, my Vanny cream. Bam! I mean, my face is red, my skin's irritated. It's just so irritating to,
Oh,
you
yeah,
know.
or my I remember when, my son was getting a haircut once, and the hairstylist, he was very colorful guy, and he's just like, "What do you wash your hair with?" And he's saying, "Oh, 2-in-1 shampoo," and he's like,
That's my husband.
2-in-1
Yep,
shampoo? Why don't
yep,
you use Windex? Why don't you?" But
yes.
it did not affect his hair, like, it
No.
was fine. If
Can
I
you
did
see
that
me doing that?
no,
Oh my god.
no.
Anyway, so that's you know, my whole thing on him
Yep.
because he can do anything and I can do nothing without having some sort of physical reaction, skin reaction, something, stomach's bothering me, you know,
So
something.
unfair. So
So
listen, let's take a quick break and, come back with resets. Um And we have more on our radar, but you'll have to wait for next week's episode to find out what they are. So we'll be right back.
Most people don't realize how much their personal information is being bought and sold every day. Data brokers are making billions, pulling details about you from public records and the internet, and then packaging and selling it, usually without your consent. That's how your information lands in the hands of scammers, spammers, even stalkers. It's why you get endless robocalls and why ads seem to follow you everywhere. That's where Aura comes in. Aura actively removes your data from broker sites and keeps it off. They also instantly alert you if your information shows up in a breach or on the dark web. But Aura goes beyond data protection. With one app, you get a VPN, antivirus, password manager, spam call protection, dark web monitoring, and even up to $5 million in identity theft insurance. All backed by 24/7 US-based fraud support. Other companies might sell just credit monitoring or just a VPN. Aura gives you all of it, together, at the same price competitors charge for just one service. Start your free trial today at aura.com/remove. Protect yourself now at aura.com/remove.
June is Men's Health Month, and it's time to talk about what really matters. Mental health isn't weakness, it's strength. But too many men are told to tough it out, push it down, and stay silent. That ends now. 1 in 4 adults, including men, experience a mental health condition. And Hearts for Minds is here to break the stigma. Whether it's you, your brother, your dad, or your friend, mental health deserves attention. Visit hearts4minds.org to access resources, connect with care, and start the conversation that could change everything. You don't have to do this alone. Visit hearts4minds.org. Okay, welcome back. We're talking about resets, and we don't have necessarily a set reset. We're talking about resets in general. We asked you on our Ladies Only Uncluttered and Unfiltered page about your reset moment, and I'll share those momentarily. But let's talk about our reset moments. What to you means? What does that mean to you when I say a reset, Chris? What do you think of?
I feel like a reset is not like a midlife crisis. I think those are
No.
two totally different things. For me, and this is what I wrote down, for when I think of a real reset in your life, no matter if it's with your business, your family, whatever it is, I feel like you're just taking a breather. You're just giving yourself whether and there's no time limit. It could be 2 weeks. It could be a
Mm-hmm.
month. Whatever you want it to be until you feel comfortable going back to a situation, whatever it is. So for me, it's taking a breather and stop doing things that are frustrating you and making you annoyed. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? Like you're going to stop doing things that really have been bothering you. And to me, start doing things that make you feel only good about yourself for the moment, whether that is a glow up, meaning you go get your hair done, your nails done, a facial, a pedicure, whatever it is, Botox, whatever it is to make you feel good about yourself if you're feeling not good about yourself. And like, also, it could be an identity thing, like
Mm-hmm.
not about midlife, but you're like, why am I feeling this way? And you can't describe it. It's just a feeling,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just taking a breather. What do you think it is?
If everybody worked as hard as they worked, like the day before they go on a vacation, imagine the amount of work we would get done. And so for me, for some reason, whenever I'm going to be going out of town, doesn't even matter if it's like a business trip or anything, not like I'm doing a lot of business trips, but whatever.
Right.
Um, Anytime I know I'm going to be going out of town, I tend to like want to get everything done, like do a major purge, a goodwill haul, clean, get projects done. So even if I'm just going away for the weekend, when I come back, I can feel like I'm in a reset.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
so yeah,
I also wrote focusing on your environment
yeah,
is part of doing a reset. And
uh-huh,
that's funny that you just said that because I feel that your home can be part of what's going on that's making you feel like, "I just need a reset." Like, everything in my life, whether it's my house, whatever it is. And so that's where I think people confuse a midlife crisis with "I just need a breather." I call it a breather.
yeah, I do too. And on our Ladies Only Uncluttered and Unfiltered page, Jackie said stopping artificial sweeteners as a health reset after unexplained abdominal pains and treated it like a personal reset. So she found out what was causing her pain and decided, okay, I'm not just going to say I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm going to, in my mind, decide
Yeah.
that it's a reset. So really is like a mental approach to something.
Yes.
Renee said, she wanted to know more like what we meant by reset, and a bunch of people came in and said it can mean anything, which I love that. Jean said that she had a tune-up, and by tune-up, I think what she was referring to was she had some medical things going on and got tuned up because when people started to ask her like, "What did you get tuned up?" She said, "Well, I went in for this and that and the other," and she had some surgery. Dina um, said that she started following a sleep doctor and it was a game changer that she started following online this sleep doctor who would give her tips on how to get better sleep. Dr. Sievert?
Oh, I've heard of him.
Okay, Dr. Sarah
Yeah.
Sievert.
Yeah. Oh, her.
Hmm.
Her.
Is it her? I don't know. It's Sayra. Christine said, another Christine, 1 day a week of raw juice fasting. And that's the
Hmm,
reset every single week.
that's interesting.
Sherry said she retired. Well, that'll do it.
Yeah,
That'll be
that'll
a
do a
reset.
reset.
Miranda said reducing screen time. Carrie went to a health and wellness retreat with no tech, no alcohol, and no meat. And
Wow.
she said it was awesome as a reset. And then Dana said going through a divorce, that was her reset, which I can well imagine would make you feel like you needed a reset.
I also think protecting your energy is
Yeah.
part of a reset because you know how you get so drained, like whether it's going out a lot or scheduling a lot of things with your girlfriends during the day, just a time to reset your energy because people can zap that energy really quickly, whether it's your kids, your relatives, your husband. So, like protecting your energy when you're doing your reset, I think.
I think so too. I think there are all kinds of resets, and I love hearing how everybody defines them. Why don't we take a quick break? Because speaking of resets, we always give you organizational tips. We're going to take a quick break and we're going to come back with something organizational. So stay tuned.
Most people don't realize how much their personal information is being bought and sold every day. Data brokers are making billions, pulling details about you from public records and the internet, and then packaging and selling it, usually without your consent. That's how your information lands in the hands of scammers, spammers, even stalkers. It's why you get endless robocalls and why ads seem to follow you everywhere. That's where Aura comes in. Aura actively removes your data from broker sites and keeps it off. They also instantly alert you if your information shows up in a breach or on the dark web. But Aura goes beyond data protection. With one app, you get a VPN, antivirus, password manager, spam call protection, dark web monitoring, and even up to $5 million in identity theft insurance, all backed by 24/7 US-based fraud support. Other companies might sell just credit monitoring or just a VPN. Aura gives you all of it, together, at the same price competitors charge for just one service. Start your free trial today at aura.com/remove. Protect yourself now at aura.com/remove.
So we're back, and the organizational tip for our reset episode is what?
The reason why I came up with this one is because I was at a client's house, and the first thing I notice as a professional organizer is countertops. I don't care where it is, kitchen, bathroom, laundry room, if you have an island in your closet, whatever it is. If there is stuff on the countertops, it basically will roll into every other part of your day because it shows to me you are overwhelmed. And so having a place for everything will get the items off the countertops because cluttered countertops equals cluttered mind.
So when there's clutter on my countertop, I won't think twice about hanging my purse up because I'm like, oh, you know what? There's already something on the countertop. Let me
Right.
just add this to that. So, and then I'll clear it all at once, which takes whoever knows how long. So there you go. Kind of like that broken window theory that I've read about, where if a window's broken in a neighborhood, that's the gateway to all kinds of things being let go because
Yep.
you feel like who is watching? Nobody's
Right.
caring.
Right. I
So,
totally agree. One thing leads to another, and I see it all the time. So
okay.
if you can, at least take one countertop today and clear it off and make note in your mind how that made you feel when you walk by the kitchen counter or the bathroom counter. Just make
Okay.
a note. Let me know.
All right, so we're going to close our show. Let's see if this works for a good show closing. So whether it's whether it's to make your muscles bigger or to clear your mind, if it's giving you cystic acne, then you can let it go.
And don't look back.